Hey, it's Black Vader, aka Michael, once again with another video. It's been a while. I looked at my last one. I kind of lost some weight, so that's kind of cool. But we got to keep it going. It's been a while, so we're on Area 6 of politics, people relations. Neely Fuller the code. You can get it at producejustice.com. All the info is going to be available to you in the description. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the show. Yeah, we're just going to get into it. Area 6, politics, people relations, page 219. We're just going to have some questions for white people about racism. So here we go. What are some questions to ask when interacting with white people? If useful, make a record of the answers you receive. 1. Are you white or non-white? 2. Are you now? And have you ever been a white supremacist racist? 3. Have you ever given aid to or comfort to or engaged in sexual intercourse and or sexual play with a white person whom you knew mistreated or refused to give constructive help to a non-white person? 4. Have you ever engaged in sexual intercourse or sexual play with a person whom you knew was a racist, white supremacist, or you knew that was not a racist, white supremacist? And what was the proof? Have you ever engaged in sexual intercourse and or sexual play with a non-white person? If you have, when? With how many? How many times with each? Where with each? What exactly did you do or have he or she do? What exactly were your reasons for doing whatever you did? And what exactly was your ultimate goal? 6. Have you ever engaged in so-called homosexual and or lesbian act with a non-white person? If you have, when, with how many times with each, where, with each? What exactly did you do or have him, her, or them do? And what exactly were your reasons for doing whatever you did? And what exactly was your ultimate goal? 7. Have you ever engaged in sexual intercourse, sexual play, or any so-called homosexual or lesbian acts with any white person who was engaged in sexual intercourse, sexual play, or so-called homosexual or lesbian acts with a non-white person? 8. What do you intend to do to help me and other non-white people? Oh, there's my alarm. 1 second. Okay. Number 7. Have you ever engaged in sexual intercourse, sexual play, or any so-called homosexual or lesbian acts with any white person who is engaged in sexual intercourse, sexual play, or so-called homosexual or lesbian acts with a non-white person? What do you intend to do to help? 8. What do you intend to do to help me and other non-white people? And what do you intend to do to harm me and other non-white people in regards to each of the following areas of activity: economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, war, and counter war? What do you suggest that I do to help guarantee that white people continue to exist as white people, both now and in the near future? 10. Do you fear that the whiteness of white people will be lost by many white females producing non-white offspring through increased sexual intercourse with non-white males? 11. To what extent are you willing to serve as a white sacrifice in order to continue the existence of white people and or in order to continue the existence of the white race / system of white supremacy? 12. To what extent are you willing to sacrifice your personal comfort, the comfort of your friends, your family, and other associates in order to maintain, expand, and or refine the system of white supremacy? Do you believe that the system of white supremacy should be replaced with a system of justice? If so, what are you now doing to prove that you so believe? 14. Do you approve of non-white males engaging in sexual intercourse and producing offspring with white females? If so, why not? If so, why? If not, why not? 15. Are you willing, now and forever, to not ever say anything to or about a non-white person that is not true? 16. Are you willing, now and forever, to to not ever fail or refuse to give every non-white person any and all information that you have that is or could be of constructive value? Are you Are you 17? Are you willing now and forever to use all of your time and energy speaking and acting to end the system of white supremacy and replace it with a system of justice in all places, at all times, between and among all people in all areas of activity? What are you doing to guarantee that non-white people will be kept out of harm's way during the conflicts that are caused, promoted, supported, and allowed by the white supremacists? Ukraine. 19. What is the most recent problem that you have solved that did not make another problem? 20. Do you think that non-white people are inferior to white people? If so, what do you think should be done for, against, and or about non-white people? What do you want most, and what are you willing to do to get it? 22. Are you willing to reveal to every non-white person everything that you have ever done in regards to sex, sexual intercourse, sexual play, and or homosexual lesbian acts? If not, why not? 23. What do you fear most about non-white people? 24. What do you think most white people fear about non-white people? 25. Have you ever so-called adopted and or attempted to adopt a non-white person? And if you have, what was your ultimate purpose for doing so? 26. What are you doing to make non-white people as constructive as possible and non-dependent on white people in every area of activity? Economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, war, and counter-war. 27. What is the name of your religion? And does your religion require you to use most of your time and energy speaking and acting to replace the system of white supremacy with the system of justice? If not, why not? If not, why not? If not, what does your religion require you to do and how you interact with me in each area of activity? 28. What are you doing to help guarantee that religion is not used to result in unjust harm of non-white people? 29. Do you have any white friends who show that they have no interest in helping to replace white supremacy with justice? If so, why are they your friends? 30. Is there any reason for me to believe that you should not be regarded as a racist suspected white supremacist? 31. What do you think is the best for white people to do and without non-white people in regards to each area of activity? 32. What is the one most important thing that you do not do? What is the one most important thing that you do not do, have never done, and have no intention of doing? That's a good question, just period. All of them are good, but that was like, what are you not gonna do? Because people need boundaries, nigga. Okay, 33. Do you believe that non-white people are inferior or worth less than white people? And if so, what do you intend to do about it? 34. Is there any reason for me to believe that you believe in justice, balance between people? 35. Who are the white people that you know that I can trust to always tell me the truth and give me constructive help? 36. Have you ever said or pretended that you are not a white person? If so, when, where, and why? 37. What skills do you have, and when and how can you use them to help me? 38. What are the things that the smartest and most powerful white people do that non-white people should do? And how should non-white people do it in regards to all areas of activity? That's really like my biggest question, probably. Out of all of them, I'm just gonna circle this. Are you going to try to help me, or are you going to try to harm me? If you are going to try to help me do what? For what ultimate purpose? Are you ready, willing, and able to teach non-white people all that they need to know to replace the system of white supremacy with the system of justice in all areas of activity? What did you do yesterday to help replace the system of white supremacy with a system of justice? And what are you doing today? What is your ultimate goal? 42. 43. Have you ever made a promise to a non-white person that you have not kept? 44. Have you ever participated in any frivolous, trivial, derogatory, unnecessary, and or constructive speech or action that has involved any non-white person? Have you ever done any of the following? 45. Curse the non-white person or use profanity while in the presence of a non-white person. Robbed, cheated, or stolen from a non-white person. Produced, used, bought, sold, transported, distributed, stored any drug, chemical, in any manner that resulted in a non-constructive effect on any non-white person. Participated in the denial of health care to a non-white person and or helped spread disease germs among non-white people, either directly or indirectly through intent or negligence. Blamed non-white people for their incorrect behavior without also blaming the system of white supremacy as being the greatest promoter of that non-correct behavior. Participated in causing, promoting, and or allowing non-white person to be directly or indirectly forced incorrectly to move from one place or another or a condition to another that produce a non-just, non-constructive result. Failed, neglected, or refused to help any non-white person to reside in all of the most constructive environments that you or other white people have chosen for themselves. Failed, neglected, or refused to tirelessly patient with and considerate of any non-white person who had difficulty learning those things of constructive value that you should have been seeking to teach them. Ridiculed a non-white person because his or her lack of ability to learn as swiftly and as efficiently as other people. Told so-called jokes to or about non-white people that were insulting or derogatory. Poked fun at something that a non-white person did and said. How do you go here? 12 minutes in, we can let it ride. Question. When a white person seeks to belittle you or poke fun at your lack of knowledge and understanding, what is the correct thing to ask him or her? Ask, are you my leader, teacher, and protector? If you are, why have I not been correctly led, taught, and protected? If you are not, I am to understand that I must be led, teach, and protect myself. Question. Have non-white people received benefits from materials things that white people have produced? And if so, are they correct in continuing to do so? Yes. In addition, non-white people should not object to doing anything with white people as long as what is done is of constructive value. Question. Is it correct to resent or object to a white person leading you, instructing you, directing you, or in some way telling you what to do and what not to do simply because he or she is white? I'm going to read that again. Is it correct to resent or object to a white person leading you, instructing you, directing you, or in some way telling you what to do or what not to do simply because he or she is white? Answer, no. It is incorrect for a person to resent or object to guidance from a white person because that person is white. It is correct to resist and object to that which is said or done by anybody that helps produce or promote falsehood, injustice, and incorrectness. If a white person asks your opinion on matters that involve conflict between people, particularly about conflict between non-white people, begin your answers by saying the following. I am confused about these conflicts. Tell me what you think so I will not be confused. When a white person responds to you, say, thank you. What you said is very interesting. I must think about it. Until you think about the answers that you were given, say nothing else. Question. What is the correct thing to do if you know that you like most white people far more than you like most non-white people? Answer. It is the duty of every person in the known universe to do all that he or she can to end white supremacy and replace it with a system of justice, regardless of likes or dislikes of any person. This is according to compensatory counter-racist logic. Which of the following statements should a person say that he or she knows is true? 1. Non-white people are inferior to white people. White people are inferior to non-white people. Which of the following statements should a person say that he or she knows is true? Non-white people are inferior to white people. 2. White people are inferior to non-white people. 3. Those white people who practice white supremacy racist are the people who are most to blame for the problems of non-white people. 4. Non-white people are not inferior to white people. And those white people who practice white supremacy are not the people who are most to blame. I'm really just looking at it. Which of the following statements should a person say that he or she knows is true? 1. Non-white people are inferior to white people. 2. White people are inferior to non-white people. 3. Those white people who practice white supremacy racism are the people who are most to blame for the problems of the non-white people. Non-white people are not inferior to white people, and those white people who practice white supremacy are not the people who are most to blame for the problems of white people. Non-white people are to blame for the problems of non-white people. Non-white people are to blame for the problems of white people. Non-white people are to blame for the problems of non-white people have with white people. All people are to blame for the existence of so-called race problem. If none of these statements are true, how can there be so-called a race problem between non-white people and white people? I'm sorry, I'm just really thinking about it. If none of these statements are true, how can there be a so-called race problem? When someone makes you any kind of offer pertaining to any area of activity, and you do not fully know or understand why that offer is made, ask one or both of the following questions. 1. How will what you are offering me help me solve problems without making any? 2. How will what you are offering me help me to replace the system of white supremacy with the system of justice? When talking about what you should be ashamed about, say the following if you think it's true. I am ashamed of everything that I have ever done that did not help to promote the replacement of the system of white supremacy with the system of justice. And I think that's it, what we're gonna go today. So I'm gonna try my best with this, or I'm gonna just try in general. But any type of effort is better than letting this shit fester and dealing with the system. So I just want to say thanks to everybody who's a part of this, who's gonna watch this. Maybe it's 4 or 5 people, who knows. But I just want to say thank you guys for being a part of this and letting me continue to read the code. Next, we're going to start on page 225, racial classifications and Area 6 politics. I just want to say thank you guys once more and have a blessed day. Goodbye.